Hi everyone. Hopefully you had a good day yesterday and were able to get caught up on some things. Remember that yesterday, Wednesday, was for that catch-up day. So I hope that a lot of you are getting caught up or were already caught up and then got to use yesterday as just a nice relaxing day. That's kind of nice to have. We're going to continue simplifying expressions today. But today we're going to look at that using the distributive property. So it might be a nice reminder for you because maybe you've forgotten what the distributive property was. So simplify algebraic expressions using the distributive property. So here is the first problem as soon as my computer catches up. The distributive property states that A times B plus C equals AB plus AC for all real numbers A, B, and C. Now I know that's confusing, right? Because who speaks like that? So for example, the way we have talked about this is you have your candy and you're distributing it to everyone in the room, right? Only the people in the room get the candy. And when we distribute, we multiply. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 times 5 is 10. Now, we're going to look at this with algebra. Okay, so we're going to be seeing examples like this, 2 times x plus 7, where we need to distribute in order to simplify. So we're going to distribute the 2 to the x, that would give us 2x, and distribute the 2 to the 7, so it would be plus 14, because 2 times 7 is 14. And this would be our simplified expression. Okay, don't forget to distribute to both items. Everyone in the room gets the candy, and you only distribute what's right in front of the parentheses. Okay, so let's look at a few examples here. Here's the first one, and we always want to start with using the distributive property. If we see these parentheses, they are really going to get in our way, and we need to get rid of them. So we are going to start by distributing the 6 to the 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Here's a plus sign, but we also have to distribute the 6 to the n, and 6 times n is 6n. Now we can't forget we still have this minus 2n. Okay, now we're not quite done. We did the first step, which was use the distributive property. Now we need to do the second step of combine like terms. Well, I look at the 30 and there's nothing to combine with that, so I'm just going to bring the 30 down. But then I have plus 6n and minus 2n. 6n minus 2n is positive 4n, so I would put plus 4n. And there's our answer, 30 plus 4n. Okay, let's try another one. We distribute the 3 because our first step is to distribute. Always distribute first. The 3 is the candy and it goes to everything in the parentheses. So we have 3c plus 3 times 7 is 21. And then we still have a minus c out there. So now we can combine like terms, and 3c minus a c is 2c plus 21. And there's our answer because we've done the distributing and then we combine. We always have 2 steps to do, distribute and then combine. Okay? This one looks a little bit different because there's a negative sign with the 4, so don't let that throw you off. Negative 4 times c is negative 4c. Here's a plus sign. And then negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 minus 2c. Okay, now I need to combine like terms. So I have negative 4c and a negative 2c. Okay, be careful there and think about that. If you have 4 negatives and 2 more negatives, how many do you have altogether? That's negative 6c plus negative 8. Okay, so you can write it that way, or you could write it as negative 6c minus 8. Because remember, adding a negative is the same as just subtracting 8. Okay, so I don't care which way you write it, they will both work. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This one looks really odd, and you need to be careful here. So I can't warn you enough to be careful. Okay, here's some of the things we need to be aware of. Many of you like to try to combine first, but the very first step is always to distribute. Okay, you have to distribute first. So now, what are we distributing? We're not just distributing a 5. This minus sign is attached to the 5. So we are distributing a negative 5. So the negative 5 goes to the x. That's negative 5x. The negative 5 times a positive 8 is negative 40. I'm going to bring the 3 down, and I'm going to bring the plus 7 down. Okay, now we're going to combine like terms. We have 3, a negative 40, and a positive 7. Well, 3 minus 40 is negative 37. Plus 7 is negative 30. So we have negative 30 minus 5x. Now you could have it written that way. Or we could have put in the minus 5x first. Negative 5x minus 30. Either way, the minus 30, because it was negative, both of those answers are correct. Okay, so just be careful with the negative signs. Okay, so your homework today is going to be very similar to yesterday's, Tuesday's homework, where you're going to be simplifying expressions, but today everything is going to have parentheses, and you need to make sure that you are distributing before you combine like terms. Now remember, I will be available on Zoom. If you need help with any of this, or if you're stuck, just let me know. If it's not the correct time to go on Zoom, send me an email. We can still set up a Zoom meeting and I can help you out. So do your very best. You can retake the quiz as many times as you need to get the best possible score. And just do your best. Good luck, guys. Have a great day.